Brighton 2, Spurs 2. I think we probably deserved to win that game based on the second half, to be honest. 2 sloppy goals and you pay the price for it. We did really well to come back though. I thought from sort of half hour, 35 minutes onwards, I thought we started to grow into the game. In the second half, we were the much better team. Xavi Simons made such a difference off the bench in that number 10 position. I thought Kudus was brilliant. The threat, 1v1, his ability to go both ways consistently, and obviously putting that cross for the equaliser at the end of the own goal was such a teasing ball. But yeah, it's hard to be... It's obviously disappointing when you go 2-0 down like that. And the first goal was one of them ones. It's a ball over the top and the man runs in behind. Obviously avoidable for sure. The second goal, I mean, Vicario, man. Like, Bergval's a bit naive in terms of not dealing with it and kind of clearing it straight to the man. But then the second, like, Vicario should save that. Like, when I saw the replay at half time, I was kind of expecting to see it sort of swerve about maybe a little bit to give him some sort of the benefit of the doubt. Does nothing. Raya don't concede that, Donnarumma don't concede that, Alisson don't concede that. It's a really, really poor one, to be honest. But we were brilliant second half. Like, really, really good. Xavi Simons made such a difference when he came on. Like I said, in that centre of the pitch, like just pulling the strings. He was brilliant for the second goal as well, where he kind of receives it on the turn, just kind of slows it down and then plays it out to the right. Could have crossed it in. And yeah, he was my man of the match, to be honest. I thought Simons had decent performances elsewhere as well. I thought Porro was good. Again, Richarlison was here and there, like obviously did well for his goal, but just so frustrating. I would have probably taken that before the game, and I don't think it's the sort of result this Tottenham team get last season. I thought we showed real fight to come back into the game and definitely deserved at least a point. So we move on. That was Spurs.
So it's finished Tottenham 2, Brighton 2. Weird one. I thought we were really good today, apart from the 2 goals we conceded. A breakaway, Minter goes around Vicario, and the second one is just horrendous from Vicario. What is he doing? Flappy dappy doo. Terrible. But yeah, I thought we really controlled the ball today. I thought Kudus was brilliant on the right. He got 2 assists. Yeah, Xavi Simons come on second half. He played in the 10. I thought he played quite well. Yeah, a lot of possession. We just need to try and create a few more chances. We didn't create loads today. Xavi Simons had a couple of shots. It was scuffed wide. Kudus had a shot deflected at the end. Richarlison had one hit on the side netting. Look, I think while you've got people like Richarlison as your main striker, you're going to struggle a bit because I don't think he's good enough. I really don't. Look, the goals today, it was... Richarlison did get the first one. It was about 3 yards out. He slid, tapped it in. Second one was an own goal. Brilliant cross from Kudus. He had that defender on toast all day. He's such a good player. Yeah, good heart to show because last season we were 2-0 up there and we lost 3-2. There was a lot of heart today, a lot of desire. We played a lot of good football. Yeah. Doncaster during the week now. Let's put out a couple of the youngsters, give these players a rest.
Brighton 2, Tottenham 2. And the first thing I want to say, or get off my chest, is that Xavi Simons, I do not want to see him on the left again. In the 10, that is where he's meant to be. This guy was creating chances. He should have scored at least 1, if not 2. But he was our most creative, and it showed. He came on for like 30 minutes and we created the most chances. Kudus had a difficult time against the left back, but in the second half he adapted and started getting in behind. And if he just panned his end product, then he could have got another goal. But he did well towards that second half. But for the rest of the team, there's not really much to say. Most of them did not play well. Udoji had a good game actually, let me not lie. But in terms of everything, it was just lackluster, no build-up play, no nothing. That's why we went like 2-0 down in how many minutes? For the first goal, I don't know how that Minter guy got through. And for the second goal, Vicario should have saved that. Obviously, Vicario saved us on countless times, so I'm going to let this one. But genuinely, that goal annoyed me. There's no way he should be getting beat from there. He has to have a stronger hand there. Porro did not have one, best of games. Paulinho has showed glimpses, but for the rest of the team, Brighton did well, especially in that first half. But second half, he came into our game. And yeah, obviously now, it's like, this type of performance we expected after previous performance. Like, we haven't created as many chances as we're supposed to in order to be scoring as many goals as we need to. So maybe this needs to be like small tweaks in Frank's system, but apart from that, hopefully, actually no, not hopefully, Doncaster, we should be playing our B team and winning. Next is Wolves, who are in our poor form, and we should be getting goals against them as well.
Tottenham 2, Brighton 2, and despite coming back down from 2 goals, it is a game that I can't fully celebrate and I can't fully be happy. Listen, I'm proud of the boys that were 2-0 down and we bring it back, but the way we went 2-0 down was poor. And it's not even Thomas Frank's fault. I'm not even blaming Thomas Frank. So before you think I'm blaming him, it's not about him. It is more about how poor Vicario was for the second goal. I mean, a weak wrist. And then all of a sudden now that went in. Like, that goal should never go in. And we should be winning 2-1. Listen, I think we were the better team throughout the game. Xavi Simons had 2 chances in the second half. Kudus had a couple chances. Richarlison. But we just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. We got very lucky with that own goal. But ultimately we were the better team, and it's infuriating because that's a game I think we should be winning 9 times out of 10, and the fact that we haven't is really annoying. Look, we've come back from 2-0 down, but it doesn't feel like a game that we've come back from 2-0 down from. In terms of, I'm not happy, I'm not relieved, I'm more annoyed because I thought we should have had that game in the bag. Even in the first 10 minutes, we created boatloads of chances and we just couldn't finish, and it's quite worrying because at the end of the day, this is the quality we need. I don't know why Xavi Simons didn't start. He looked good, but then he missed a few chances. Again, it's a game where I would love to be happy and I would love to be ecstatic, but we just didn't win, and it's a poor result ultimately.
From 2 down to 2-2, I'll take it. I'm not complaining, but at the same time I am, because we should have won that game because of some idiotic type players. Pedro Porro, I don't know what's wrong with him today. He was ill. I think he was ill, genuinely. Who else? Brennan Johnson, you lot. I'm going to say this now as a Tottenham fan. Is not a footballer. I'm telling you, that guy is not a footballer. That guy is so shit. Wallahi, that guy is so bad at football. Brennan Johnson should never step on a football pitch again. I'd kick him out of Tottenham. I don't care if he scored the final or whatever. That guy's not a footballer. I'm sorry. He's so bad. But you see one guy, Xavi Simons, I want him in that 10 role. Bro, he should have scored a hat-trick, bro. Should have scored a hat-trick. Xavi Simons in that 10 role is so good. I want to see him there all the time now. I don't care. But yeah, man, 2-2, I'll take it.
Man, some of these games, brother. Tottenham 2, Brighton 2. I'm not super animated. I'm not going to go crazy. I'm not even mad at the performance, man. But going down 2-0 in the first half, brother, that stunk. I was actually taking notes during this game because I was like trying to figure it out, especially the more we get into Thomas Frank's reign. What's happening? Brighton with these inverted runs behind the back line. Yakuba Mente, brother. The first half was cooking. Second half, I think Udogie played a lot better in the second half. I think he was good for the most of the game. But Mente was finding a lot of space behind our line with these inverted runs off the right-hand side. Oh, my God, brother. It was really just a counterattack for Brighton today. That's all they really had. And, I mean, it got them a point. First half, dreadful. First half, abysmal. Crosses into the box, and Richarlison is at the back post, and we're crossing to the front post. I said it again. Odebear, man, he got better as the game got on, but that first half, Odebear was not good. Kudus was not playing his best either, I'm not going to lie. But Thomas Frank really pulled it back. First of all, Kudus with the cross into the box for that was the second goal. The first goal was just kind of a mess. Kudus took a shot that I think was going to go wide of the goal, and it just falls at Richarlison's feet. And he actually hits it at the keeper, and the keeper knocks it in the goal. But man, the second goal, another pretty much own goal from Van Heck, I think. It is what it is. But Frank finally did what I've been wanting to see: Xavi Simons in the middle, and I think that's where he needs to play. I think on the left he kind of gets a little bit too much attention, where he can kind of get shut out of a game. Down the middle, way more impactful. He had a lot more shots, a lot more chances at the goal. He missed them. But I wasn't mad at it. For me today, just pay the fee for Paulinho already. Just pay the fee, bro. Just pay. I will give you. I don't have $30 million, but I will pay the money just to keep Paulinho in this team, brother. I love watching him play. One thing that I just noticed after the second half was Bentancur and Paulinho were dropping way back. Like, they were dropping deep. And I didn't really like that. I think that we kind of suffered a little bit in the beginning of the second half with that. But once he took Bentancur off, thank you. And he put Xavi Simons on. I think we looked a lot more attacking. We looked a lot better going forward in that final third. And the ball from Xavi to Kudus that leads to the second goal. Good stuff. Udogie today, I think he played well, but he got even better as the game went on. Porro was okay. Van de Ven, man. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I feel like there's a trend of me repeating myself with some of these players' performances. Romero was okay. Paulinho, I think, was, he did his usual thing. Bentancur, man. He did some runs going forward that I was proud of, but most of the game, he wasn't there. Richarlison, I don't know what to tell you. Odegaard, I think he also got better, but the first half, he was kind of I think he was drowning out there. Second half, he put in some good balls into the box, but it was okay. Kudos, whoever the Brighton left back is, I feel like every time we play Brighton, I come away with a new player that I'm like impressed with. Brother, the left back for Brighton had Kudos hurting. He had Kudos hurting for a little bit. But is what it is. Vicario for the second Brighton goal. Oh my God, that was abysmal. That might be the worst thing I've seen Vicario do in a long time. He gets his hand to it, but he has the weakest hand on the ball, and he can't stop the goal. The second goal for Brighton, that should never happen. That should never happen. The shot the swerve on it wasn't even that big. This is one of those performances where I'm like, we could have got 3 points. Brighton away is always hard. I'm not saying Brighton away should be an easy 3 points for anybody, but they did their thing. They stuck to their game plan, and it worked. The second half they dropped a little bit deeper, but I mean they still had chances. Like they were still getting it behind. Thankfully, not thankfully, but Menta kind of like, I think he pulled something in his back. So his running, his pace kind of, diminished as the game went on. But these are some of these games. These are some of the tough games, brother. And we're getting into that Champions League thick of it now. Especially, and we got Carabao Cup coming up. It's about to get real, bro. We are in it now. So good to get a point away from home, but we're building. We're building. Yeah, I'm not in a rush to see anything. I'm not mad at anybody for today. Today was, just a good performance from an opposing team who, sticks to their guns and has good players. So I'm not mad at anything. Tottenham 2, Brighton 2. That's all I got.
It's everything we learned from Tottenham's 2-2 draw against Brighton today. Let's get into it right now. This guy right here, Xavi Simons, needs to be starting in the 10 position for Tottenham Hotspur. The minute he came on and he was playing in that position, he looked really, really good. I mean, there was a couple of chances where he's putting balls through where we really wasn't finding any piercing passes through the defence. He had a few shots, and I think if he was kind of more match ready within that 10 position, he would have scored today. He was excellent today when coming on. Thomas Frank got the lineup wrong today. Both out of 10 did not work out today. He was getting out-muscled. He couldn't really find his grip within the game, couldn't find the passes, and really struggled today. And then when you've got the likes of Bentancur and Paulinho playing in that midfield as well, there's no real creativity. There was points where I'm seeing space in front of the players, and then it's not being played forward, it's being played sidewards. And that's why I feel like when Bergvall can pick up the ball from there and either drive into the midfield or play a pass, I think it works so much better. I don't think Bentancur and Paulinho works as a cohesive unit within a 90-minute game and, look to be winning. My name's Harry, I'm a Spurs content creator, so for daily Spurs videos, drop a follow. Ball actually returned within the game. If you look at this goal right here, what Brighton scored, look how high our line is, and we were completely out of position here, and it was literally 1-2, pass through and got the goal, and yeah, it was really, really weird. I don't know why we were playing so high, and we really, really struggled to defend the breakaways from Brighton today. I think 2-2 was very, very flattering for us. I still think Thomas Frank is trying to work out who is our best 11 for Tottenham Hotspur, but the idea that our mentality has changed. I mean, the idea that if And was 2-0 down last season, we would have completely capitulated and probably went 4-5-0 down, especially a team against Brighton. I mean, they were breaking ahead and, yeah, it could have easily happened. But the idea that we've got a bit more of mentality now, to get back into the game, get back into 2-2. And, we had a few chances where we could have probably won it. Let me know what you guys think, and up the Spurs.
I tell you, had one job. All you had to do was just hold on. That is it. And then you decided to let Van Hecker get on goal. Brother, anyhow Tottenham win this game, tears gonna drop down from my eye. Let me know your thoughts in the comments and drop a like on this video. Brighton have thrown away a 2-0 lead.